right quick. There are outlets into libraries throughout the world. Most basketball, most commercialized. You don't need all these things. As the Bible teaches you, that there is the last part of it, that you saw God still a man with somebody's name, a lose, and that lose was enough to take you all the way.
Assalamu alaikum. Will everyone please rise for prayer? Facing the east, which is in this direction. Hands outstretched as if you're going to receive a gift as you are. And follow me solemnly in the Muslim prayer. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Surely I've turned myself to thee, O Allah, being upright to he who originated the heavens and the earth, and I'm not the power of these. Surely my prayer, my sacrifice, my life, and my death are all for Allah, the Lord of the worlds. No associate has he, and of this I am commanded, for I am of those who submit. O Allah, thou art the King. There is no God but thee. Thou art my Lord, and I am thy servant. And I bear witness that none deserves to be worshipped besides thee, O Allah, who came to us in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, to whom all holy praises are ever due. O Allah, I have been greatly unjust to myself, and I confess my faults. So grant me protection against all of my faults, as none can grant protection against faults but thee. And guide me to the best of morals, as none can guide me to the best of morals but thee. And keep me free of the evil and indecent morals, as none can keep me free of evil and indecent morals. O Allah, please make Elijah Muhammad successful, and make me the true followers of Messenger Elijah Muhammad successful. Here in the wilderness of North America, as thou did make Abraham successful, and the true followers of Abraham successful. For surely thou art praised and magnified in our midst. And O Allah, bless Messenger Elijah Muhammad, and bless we the true followers of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. Here in the wilderness of North America, as thou did bless Abraham, and the true followers of Abraham. For surely thou art praised and magnified in our midst. Will help us in that cause, O Allah, by way of thy divine messenger. Please grant to us success. Amen. May we be seated. Before I start, I would like to thank our brother captain for holding it down last week. And I appreciate the believers for allowing me a moment to just relax. I'm so grateful. Little things mean a lot. It's not always the big things. Sometimes the little things mean a lot. And I got a chance to relax. Also, Brother Rockmine, I didn't get to hit you back, but I'm happy to be related to you as well. We are family. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? This temple is family. It's not that we are individual families, a particular family, but we are families. And as we continue to grow, there's going to be more and more families. Do you follow what I'm saying? the thing is, we have to hold the line as believers to be sure there's an open door for future families. Our children are going to have families, am I right? Their children are going to be having families. You may not think it today, but many of you, you're young. But one day, you're going to be my mom and papa. I never thought I'd be. You could have, I'd have told you, no, you're lying, not me. But one day, you're going to be in that position, you see. But you want to make sure you have the door open for those future families so that if they want to live the life of a Muslim, live upright, they can do it. We see the reward of the unrighteous. Don't y'all see it? Why they just walk right into school and kill the babies, shoot the kids, you know what I mean? Just the mind of the devil is awesome. See, we take it lightly, but the mind of the devil is, woo. I mean, just to go in, they're 5 years old, right? 6 years old. Right. Oldest was 10 years, I think, 10 years old, and just to bust up in there, shooting him like he's at the carnival. You know what I mean? Trying to hit balloons or something. You understand? I mean, this is the mind of the devil. Right. This is who people want us to think we should imitate. Think about it for a minute. No sympathy, no mercy. And I heard this morning some of the children were shot multiple times. Do you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. Not dealing with a lightweight here. You're dealing with a cold, vicious devil. He'll take your life. Spiritual and physical. He'll take it. He'll leave you out there for dead. You have to be able to recognize what he is and what he's capable of doing. The devil don't get you straight out. Y'all know that. Right. He's very subtle. He's very sneaky. And, he's very, how can I say it, covetous. Like he's so subtle with his stuff that sometimes he gradually takes you to hell with him. Now, the Quran says it like this. It says he'll take you step by step to the burning flame. See, that means you don't just go straight instantly. You step by step by step, right? Am I right? But the next thing you know, you in hell. All of us have to be careful. The whole month of Ramadan is about guarding yourself against evil. Isn't that the purpose? Some people do Ramadan, don't have a clue why they even doing it. Right. But it just starts off. It tells you right there that you may guard yourself against evil. Some people, I'm telling you, some people in it so they can lose weight. You know what I mean? A lot of people, about 30 days I'll be slimy and everything. Right? Some people in it for all kinds of reasons. But you're in it to guard yourself against evil. Because you're in the house of hell. You see, we say it every day, right? We don't even realize we say it. First thing they walk up to you, they say what? Hello? They don't realize O is Latin case for a house. It represents a house. Like you see the Irish crest, they have like a shield on the door of each family. You understand? It might be the O'Malley clan. See? The old Tools. Right? The old Harris. But the O is Latin case for a house. Let you know you're in a house. You see what I'm saying? O'Rourke's. Right? Right or wrong? Right. When you say hello, you're really saying, welcome to the house of hell. That's the shield you're putting up. The house of hell. You're saying, hello. See, that's the same as O'Malley, O'Toole, right? O'Leary, yeah. That's the same thing, right? But we don't want to be in hell, do we? Heaven and hell is two conditions of life. Either you're in a heavenly position or you're in a hellish condition. You got to make a judgment call in your heart. Well, where do I want to be? The way to heaven, they say it's a very narrow road. It's not easy to walk it. It's not easy to get there. They say only the strong at heart and the fair at heart make it, to heaven. But the road to hell, they say you can party 24/7. They got signs up all the way down the road, open 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You can all night, the crowds, anything you want to do on that road is right there. Am I right?
Right.
You see? And make it exciting, enticing to you. But the bottom line is when you get to the end of the road, what? It's hell. Right? It's hell. It's hell to pay. Am I right or wrong? It's hell in many forms. Many forms. Where do you want to be? Heaven or hell? You got to make a choice today. It's no area you can straddle the fence. You know, you can say, you have your legs dangling off the fence over here. You know what I mean, right? Leaning back on the side towards heaven, you on the fence. But you can't do that. You're going to have to choose this day, as the scripture says, who you will serve. God or mammon. Y'all remember reading? Who will you serve this day, God or mammon? Meaning the flesh, right? Or God's will, the will of God. Which one will you serve? If you serve mammon, then you're going with what man wants you to do. You see? Man wants you to what? My girl loves to party all the time, all the time, all the time. My girl loves to party all the time. Y'all heard that before? This is like how it is, you know. Don't ever want to stop, right? You know, you can get in the club with you, get it, stick with it, get dope with it, get it, right? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Right? Go ahead. I mean, you got cheerleaders and all that to take you down like a football game. You understand what I'm saying? Right? What do you want to do with your life? Heaven or hell? You got people that egg you on. You see them do. You gonna let them talk to you like that? Well, I'm ashamed of you. I even knew you. I can't believe you allowing this. He just disrespect. Did you say it? Then you not thinking, what? You respond. Am I right? Well, no, I never did like him anyway. Next thing you know what? It's all. Right? But then, at the end of all of it, the people who said all that is watching them put you into the police car.
Yes, sir.
And they're saying, what? I'll call your moms and pops. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll let somebody know what happened. You understand? Right or wrong? We got to make a choice today. Right? Remember, we have a Savior that came for us. So many of us forget that. He came to save us from hell. From the hell that the devil had us in. He came to redeem us, to deliver us, to keep us from going that way. You see? Because for 400 years, we continue to follow behind this devil, right? Everywhere he told us to go, we went. Everywhere he said stay from, we stayed from. Am I right or wrong? Everything this devil suggested to us, we did it. He said do alcohol, we did it. Do drugs, we did it. Play numbers, we did it. Whatever. Get naked, wear naked clothes. Cut Duke daisies, don't get daisy dukes. Cut them shorter. You understand what I mean? Everything that this devil say do, we do. Right? See? And happy doing it. We whistle while we work. When it's the devil's will, right? You like them little whistles. Go by hi-ho, hi-ho. I mean, you go to work for the devil. Am I right or wrong? But when it comes to doing something for yourself, we slow with that. Right? Dragging our feet. Shuffling along, right? It's time for you to help yourself. Make something great of yourself. Oh man, I ain't up with it today. You know, hit me up next week about it, right? Call me later. Tell me I'm wrong. But if the devil calls, say, we need you down the WIC office today, right? Where's my coat? Where's my hat at? Tell me I'm wrong. We need you down the welfare place, right? Today. Oh my God, they're gonna shut me down. Am I right or wrong, right? But somebody say to you, listen, if you work hard on this thing we're trying to do, you can come out with a business. Right? Man, I don't know. Y'all niggas, tell me I'm wrong. Am I right or wrong? Y'all niggas, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about that. But the messenger wanted us to learn to help ourselves, do for self, He said, this is what God told him. The very first thing God said to him, accept your own and be praise the Lord. If we can do that, we're already ahead of the game. You see them try everything else. You know, they put everything against you now, right? Christmas on you, right? Now you run around trying to get a doll baby for your baby, teaching her those bad habits of lying. She probably gonna lie to her children. You know what I'm saying? Santa Claus, all that. You know, it's just those filthy bad habits. You know, we trying to get you what away from that. Am I right or wrong? If you be the kind of Muslim messenger Elijah Muhammad wants you to be, your life will be it'll be all of that. I mean, I'm telling you, it'll be all of that. You know? Now, you won't have to be caught in a bank with a veil on and a machine gun. You know what I mean? Trying to get some money. Allah will give you some money. If you follow the messenger of God, if you follow the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Allah will just open up the gates of heaven and pour you a manifest blessing. You know, you don't have to be all up in places like that. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you don't have to do it. If you accept your own and be yourself, people will marvel at you. They will look at you. They will watch you. They will say, oh, my God, what kind of Muslim is that? They're not going for the okie-doke. Right. See? Because you see too much lying and cheating from the Muslims. Right, am I right or wrong? Right. Not just the ones over here, but I look at the news all the time, all across the world. And if they ever get out in the universe, they'll be out there with shenanigans. Am I right or wrong? Because why? Allah already told them He would raise up a new generation, right? And that He would cast that old stuff away. Right? He said because most of them He gave it to through the book behind them anyway. They didn't want it. They didn't care about it, right? So Allah said He would bring a new nation forward, a new people. You see? And so here we are. Nobody wants to accept it, you know, especially when it's niggas. You may tell me Allah chose the niggas? I can't believe that. Don't even accept that. Look the other way. Reminds me a lot of Wendell Scott, the race car driver. First race car, black man of color to win a race, won it, checker flag came down, everything for him. And they said, they got me the announcer saying, the winner of this race is with, and the people covered his mouth up. You understand? He said, don't say nothing. You understand? Don't say nothing. Don't act like he won nothing. Right? But they gave him all his prizes after the event. Do you understand? After the event, they say, Wendell, you did win it. You know? Do you understand? Here's your trophies. You win a steak dinner, and you know what I mean? All the prizes that go with it. He said, no, I wanted it announced by that speaker up there from the announcer. They said, well, it's too late now, Wendell. And this is how the devil does us. You understand what I'm saying? So now that Islam has come to you and I, you got people don't say it. Coming, don't, you know. Then later in private spaces when you're talking to them, we know y'all right. We know Allah bless y'all. You know, when you get them privately, we know. Y'all have every right to be Muslim. We know. But now we want it on the speaker, man. You understand what I'm saying, right? We want it announced right there to the world. You see? But the thing is, they try to hold us back. Not give us the credit we're due. You see? Who else could have taken the people that have been in slavery for 400 years and made a nation out of them? Except God. You understand? Except God. Praise the Lord. Let me show you something. Right now, overseas in Arab and Muslim countries, they haven't even been in slavery at all. And they don't have the ability to make a nation. As soon as the devil come in and move one ruler out, they break out fighting again. Am I right or wrong? They're unable to bring a nation forward. You understand? They are killing one another. They had to tell Assad, you better not shoot no gas bombs on your people. Did y'all hear that? He was going to shoot poison gas. You better not unleash no poison gas on your people. We won't stand for that. Muslims gassing Muslims? No, we like this Islam. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
We like the Islam that we got from the very mouth of Allah himself. We don't need shenanigans. And I'm not trying to imitate anybody except myself. And I advise you to take the same position. You don't have to wear all that crazy stuff, man. Run around grown men with dresses and red bags. You know what I mean? Then imitating the very people that's getting ready to gas one another. You know, we got to look at this stuff for real, y'all. And this is not to put them down. You know, see, because we know they'll never announce it from the speaker admitting that we are definitely a better Muslim. They'll continue on with the scam, just like Santa Claus. You understand? Just like Christmas. They'll make it like that kind of thing, like it's real. But no, it ain't happening like that. It is not happening like that. See, I know. I've been around a long time. I remember the first Hajis. You know how people like to say, well, they got Hajis. He's a Haji. Going over. Man, the first Hajis, they stole all their stuff over there in Saudi Arabia. Suitcases, clothes, all this stuff. I mean, W.D. Muhammad had to call over to the king and say, please, get my people's stuff back if you can get it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
see,
sir.
I've been around a long time, so I know. I'm not under that spell. See, it's a 1,400-year-old hex, like a spell. You know what I mean? That they put our people under. And then you find yourself down, you pretended to be what you're not. Allah loves black people.
Yes, sir.
And I got news for them. So did Prophet Muhammad. He loved black people. Prophet Muhammad loved Bilal so much. He said he heard Bilal's footsteps. You know, Bilal was the black slave at that time, in that day. But he was freed by Prophet Muhammad, right? Not enslaved by Prophet Muhammad. Freed. Do you understand what I'm saying? He said that he loved to hear him say the azan or the prayer. He did it so beautifully that Muslims around the world came to just hear him say it. But Prophet Muhammad said he heard Bilal's footsteps going into paradise before him. There's no reason Allah won't come to you in person and bless you. There's no reason. Do you follow what I'm saying? Allah comes to you in person to make sure this is done right. I'm up for the fight, y'all. You know? They block us out of everything. You know why they don't want us in the meetings, right? It's the same like the devil. You know, the devil don't want you in his civilization or in all his affairs. Why? Because he don't want you to see how filthy he is and all of his ways and practices, right? Well, it's the same thing with this thing here. And we show up, spotless, clean, believing, you know what I mean? Their filthy practice gonna stand out. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
You see? What good is covering a veil over your face? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're living other than the life of a Muslim. What good is that? You see? We're in a fight, y'all. It's a fight for righteousness, and you have to take a stand for righteousness. It's not going to be easy. You're going to see some of us come, some of us go. We're going to get upset with one another. We're going to fall in love with one another. It's going to be all kinds of changes we go through. You know, it's like a pregnancy almost. You know, somebody craving pickles and all that. It's like, we're going to go through all of that, see? But Allah got his hands in this one. When you look, we're going to always be tight. We're going to always be successful. In fact, the messenger said, you'll know my believers in that day. They'll be the successful ones. Now, he didn't say, he didn't say, you know, they'll be the kind of sort of successful ones, right? You know, got the spotlight on you out there. I don't know nothing about Elijah Muhammad, man. You know, how they put that on my website? You see what I'm saying? You know, they kind of sort of, but it looks good. See, let me tell you something about a real pretty, beautiful whore. Yeah, a whore. A real pretty, beautiful whore. Man or woman. You understand? Oh, you got man whores, right? You understand? You understand? Man or woman. Let me tell you something about a real beautiful whore. They have the ability to make people give them whatever they want. You follow me? And they are kept by these people so well that you think you're looking at a queen or a king. You follow me? But when reality sets in and time manifests truth, you learn that these people are not all that they are cracked up to be. This is why I encourage the believers, don't get caught up in temples because they're pretty. Could be a big whore, right? Pretty, well kept. People keeping it, you know what I mean? Getting money from the devil. All of that. Don't get caught up in that stuff. Don't get caught up in an elegant speaker because he's speaking so well. You know, he may be speaking well. The devil may be giving him speaking lessons. You know, to be the perfect whore to do what he did. You understand what I'm saying? A beautiful whore. You understand what I'm saying? Then you have people that start off in legitimate temples, and then the whores get to them. Next thing you know, they little whores. You know, am I right or wrong? You know, can I be frank today? Listen, we have to not go there. You are a respectable nation above reproach. Am I right or wrong? God's coming back in the last day looking for a lamb without spot or blemish or wrinkle. Do you understand? This is the temple, the nation of Islam. He's looking for that. He's expecting to come back and find a temple like that. Man, he don't want to come back and find somebody done set up some kind of whorehouse. You know what I mean? Everybody got a nickel can get in there. You know what I mean? Yeah, you come up one week, you righteous, you talking righteous talk. It's good that week because ain't no money that week. It's slow. Next week, people come up with some cash, man. Who you? Who you? We don't know you was talking holy stuff last week. No. We with these people here. They trying to do something else. Stand true to your principles. You understand? What you believe in, hold them true. Don't let nobody alter what you know to be the truth. They'll do it. Am I right? You heard me teaching before. If you shoot pool, it don't take much English on the ball to make it go in another direction. You heard me teach it, right? You don't have to hit it hard. A light tap with English can make you put 3 in the side pocket. Right? Am I right or wrong? See? You don't need a lot. So they can do a little thing that cause you to err and go astray. Do you follow what I'm saying? We have to be wise. We have to be smart. The hour we're in is too crucial. Our people are suffering. The lack of money. We're in the day of want, y'all. You know what I'm saying? America is in the grips of a law. A law got this country in a death grip. They're losing homes, losing property, losing their lives. Am I right? Disease manifests everything. Am I right or wrong? You know, you wanna be real smart about things today. Don't take it lightly. Watch what you're eating. Watch what you drink. Watch what you're doing. I don't want to see you in no casket, man. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I don't want to come up and look and see you there. You know, and I'm thinking, well, what happened? Well, they just didn't live right. They caught up to them. Does that make sense? I want to see you live to be old. I want to see you, you know what I mean? Yeah, what they call it, great, mama, papa, great grands crawling over you. You know what I'm saying? See, that's wealth.
Right.
That's wealth. Do you understand? You look, you got your, you know what I mean? You extend it out. That's better than cash. Am I right or wrong? Think about what I'm saying. What can you do? What does the devil have to offer you to make you feel better than that? What does he have to give you to make you feel greater when you got that? There's nothing. You see? You are Muslims. But you're not just any Muslim. You are Muslim followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, praise be Allah. We know some things that other Muslims just don't know. We have the true knowledge of God. Do y'all follow what I'm saying? We have the true knowledge of God Himself. They don't have that. It's a mystery to them. When they read the Quran, it's right in their face, but they don't get it. It'll say sometimes not because Allah did this or that. Sometimes it'll say because we did this or that. It's because our desire was that they should do this or that. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't have the ability to go that far in understanding to know what that represents. So we have to understand in our heart, it's a hard time, it's a hard trial, It's tough. Am I right or wrong? To be this kind of Muslim. But you gotta hang in there.
Yes, sir.
You gotta hang in there. You can't quit. Quitters never what?
Win.
Never win. You quit, don't expect nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can invest. You done bought stocks, bonds. They say it take 12 months they mature. Come get your money in 12 months, you get interest. You quit. 3 months you down, they tell me, man, I need mine. Things got a little light. You understand? I need mine. You quit. They'll give you back what you put in. Right or wrong. But if you have the ability not to quit, to make it to the end, you got it. You're going to see people taking off, man. Look, like a shot. Say, boy, look at that temple. Lord have mercy. They must have hit the megabucks piece or something. Look at this, how they doing it. Ain't nothing but a big whore, y'all. But you understand what I'm saying? Look at that. Look how, oh my God, look at all they doing over there. Look at that, I'm amazed, you see. This is why the scripture is written like this. It says, the race is not to the swift or the strong, but it's to those who endure until the end. You stick around to be there in the end. It can get tough. You might get weak. You might go out. You know, something might happen, cause you to alter with, you know. But don't go too far, because you want to be here in the end. You understand? You want to be here in the end. You understand? Praise the Lord, because that's where your blessing lies. Does it make sense? Many people have tried to start houses of worship. The scriptures say, unless God builds a house, they build it in vain. Anybody ever read that? Unless God builds a house, they labor in vain. But if God builds a house, believe me, whatever you do, it'll prosper. It'll prosper. You'll see success no matter what happens. No matter what happens. If God is building that house, believe me, it's going to be successful. The problem is, we still stuck on them whores. We forget about which one will survive the war of Armageddon. Forgot about that, you know. We think that it's all about who got the most backing. This is one of the reasons now some of our poor brothers is swept into a whole nother religion and don't even realize it. They're walking around like they still the messenger's property, like they still temple property, but they don't even know they're in a whole nother religion, different from Messenger Elijah Muhammad's religion. Which one will survive the war of Armageddon should let you know. Some of the birds are going to come back with broken wings, brother. Right? Some of the birds will come back with 1 foot. Do you see? Some of the birds are going to come back with bad hearts, broken hearts. Right? Some of the birds are just not going to make it home at all. All of them was homing pigeons. They was taught in the beginning how to what? Fly back home. Am I right? But when they took them to the far destination and let them free, they were supposed to come home. Some of them found cornfields. All this good food up and around here. Think I'm going home? Or if we can have it at home, they still throw the breadcrumbs in there. Do you understand? Yeah, I'm not going back home. You know, all this good stuff here. You see? Some of them, what? They got tricked. They thought they was flying in the air, but the people used glass cleaner and they bust their brains out on the glass. Different things happen to these birds. Do you understand what I'm saying? It looked one way, but it really was another. Y'all follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, so they didn't all make it back home. What kind of bird will you be? Will you make it back home? You're made to soar. You're made to come back home. You have training. You've been taught. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
You know how to do it. But the question is, will you make it back home? Will you survive? You see, will you survive? Will you make it? You see, some people make it back intact. right? They come in, dusting their stuff off. Come in. Thought I got some lint on me or something out there. You understand? They in good shape. Show up. Perfect. Right? They made it. But not everybody. But it's not about being able to come in and, you still smell no smoke on me or nothing, do you? Yeah, I got ducked all that. It's about making it, period. See? It's about surviving, period. Getting home. Praise God. You see? Now, this temple has been thrown into all kinds of challenges, trials. Am I right or wrong? The believers have been sifted like wheat. Tell me I'm wrong. You've been challenged, trapped by everything and everybody, just sifted like wheat. But you're making it in. This is it, y'all. Ain't no money. You even got some people predicting the end. The 22nd, it's going to be over. You understand? You got all of this stuff going on. They saying that's it. On the 22nd, forget it. This thing going to be wrapped up like a winter shade. You see what I'm saying? Well, it's signs to you that the end is coming, and it's coming fast. But they lack understanding of the end times. Whereas you've been blessed to have the light of understanding, and you can see it. The earth is never going nowhere. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? A new heaven and a new earth. That's no different than I look and say, well, Brother Captain showed up in new suit, new shoes. Man, still Brother Captain, man. Yes, y'all follow what I'm saying, right? See, the earth, the same way, right? New heaven and new earth means it was transformed, made new. In fact, it says it like that. Behold, He makes all things new. You see what I'm saying? So we have to look at these things. On the 25th of December this month, y'all, you're going to see what I call the ultimate test on our tongue. Tell me I'm wrong. You was driving in your car, wasn't you singing? Y'all, there's Dasher, Prancer, and Vixen. Tell me they didn't get you. Some of them got you, didn't they? Chestnuts roasted. I mean, they got you, didn't they? Am I right or wrong? Huh? Tell me I'm wrong. Huh? Y'all know that music. It's made to play in your ears. See? Right? It's made to knock you off course. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? James Brown will get you. Santa Claus, go straight to the ghetto. You understand? I mean, it's made to take you away from being yourself.
That's right.
The ultimate test is on the way, y'all. The 25th. Hey, children didn't get nothing. See? They children didn't get nothing for Christmas. Huh? The ultimate test. You follow? You have to be aware that this is a lie. That no matter how painful it is, you need to teach it to your young people. No matter how much it hurts them, you need to teach it to them that is a lie. You see? And that you shouldn't be getting anything from a phantom at midnight after dark, sneaking in the house. No phantom should be giving you anything. In fact, I warned you as a child not to talk to strangers. That's a strange thing here. Do you understand? He's going to be all up in your house. Oh, they don't stop with this thing. They push it. The M&M's coming in, Santa coming in. Bump into each other. Oh, they do exist. Oh, you understand? It's a lie. They don't exist. The M&M's walking like that or Santa Claus. Neither one is a lie. Do you understand? They push this thing hard because they want to engulf you into the ultimate thing. You know what it is, right? The ultimate thing is to get you to believe in the Spirit God. That Jesus was born in a manger. That's the ultimate thing. to get your mind thinking like that. Because if they can get your mind to thinking that Jesus was born in a manger, you can enter now the spirit. Because they're going to tell you no man ever touched Mary. The Holy Spirit made her pregnant. She was overshadowed by the Spirit of God, and that's how she became impregnated. If you go for that, you've accepted another phantom.
Yes, sir.
Now this phantom, he lurks. He lurks and overshadows women, right?
Right.
And they pregnant. See? Stay away from strangers. It's a strange thing. The Quran says it. The Quran asked Mary flat out. Said, Mary, this is a strange thing you bringing in.
Right.
Y'all remember reading it? It's a strange thing you bringing in. What's this? Do you follow? You have to be wise yourself. Think it through. If they can sell you Christmas, they can sell you the whole lie. You feel bad because you didn't get your children or your grandchildren or your godchildren, as we say, something's up for Christmas. You're very uneasy, and they're talking about you. So you can get them babies nothing. Poor little babies. You see them? And the babies are alright, but they exaggerate.
Right.
They're always dirty. You see them?
Right.
They're always baggy. They exaggerate. Take it further. Don't go for it.
Right.
Leave it alone. There is no Santa Claus.
Right.
There is no spirit
That's
coming
right.
to make nobody pregnant. Right?
That's right.
I would like to see some of the wives come home to these brothers. You know what I mean? Talking about, I didn't get my monthly. What do you mean you didn't get your monthly? I've been working overseas. I just got back. What you talking about? Right? Well, I know. I mean, just think about it. I know. But while you was overseas, Harold came over me. You know what I mean? Yeah, no man. I've been with no man. I swear to God. Right? No man. Just a shadow. Like a cloud passed or something. I was pregnant. Think of what that man is going to say. You're going to be hard pressed to get that man to say, well, okay, honey, it's all right.
Right.
Everyone's the Holy Spirit shadow. Yeah, you're pregnant. It's all right. We'll handle it. You're going to be hard pressed to get a man to say that.
Right.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
But they unfold a book on you and sell it to you hook, line, and sinker. And you go for it.
Yes, we do.
You're thinking that the spirit now is something that is like a baby maker. You know, I'd have felt better if they said, well, with some artificial assimilation went down. You know, back in the day, they had some scientists, they knew a little something about it, and they
Right.
came in there with some sperm and they did it. You know, I'd have felt better,
Right.
wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
If they came that way. But no, a shadow? Think about it. A shadow? Open your eyes up. The devil is a liar.
Yes, sir.
He's the father of lies.
Right.
Nobody can beat the devil lying.
Right.
You hear what I'm saying? If the devil tells you to go up, you better start looking down.
Right.
If he tells you to go down, you better start looking up.
Right.
He's not going to give you any good advice.
That's right.
At any turn. Any advice he gives you is going to be to destroy you. He thought for years how to destroy the nation of Islam. And he tried it countless numbers of times. Tried it with the messenger's brother-in-law, remember? Tried it with Malcolm. Tried it with the hypocrites that ran the messenger around. Tried it with WD, right? Tried it with everything. But here you are. Master Prophet Muhammad is your God.
Yes, sir.
All of them is in the ground with the worms eating them. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
You are still here serving the true and living God, and there's nothing they can do about it. You understand? There's nothing they can do about it. Praise the Lord. But they're still trying to trick you. Just as bad as Santa Claus is, so is you are not a real Muslim unless you do it like this. I equate that to the Santa Claus thing. that, as far as me, that's even Stephen. You understand what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned. Because you're trying to convince me that I got to be like someone else for God to be happy with me.
Right. Take that over.
I don't believe that. I believe God bless who he please. I don't think he needs you, the king, gas throwers, you understand, or anyone, for that matter. He bless who he please, all right? Yeah. If a law is for you, can't nobody stop nothing.
Right.
Look, your situation need to get dire. You be down, I'm talking about in the dumps. They say, boy, ain't no hope for that one. You know what I'm saying? Woo, it's crazy. Look at that. Man, and he talked about he was Elijah. Remember he was all around Elijah about it. Look at that one. But if you down there and you still have faith and you believing and you holding the line, and they say, man, look, we got a pigtail for you, nigga. You understand? Here, eat something. You're starving. Look at you. You're in the gutter. If you have the wherewithal to look up and say, listen, man, there's no God but Allah. Came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad is his last and greatest message. I guarantee you won't be there long.
That's right.
You hear what I'm saying? I guarantee you're going to be up and at it in no time.
Yes, sir.
But for them, they waiting on a mystery. Right?
Yes, sir.
They waiting on a mystery God. They want him to come save them. I heard a beautiful analogy years ago from the Rasta. Man was on a roof. A flood had come. Storm took over the whole area. Water rising. Y'all see them like down Atlantic City, kind of like that. You know, like down New Orleans. You know, they on the rooftops and everything. The water rising. I mean, real stuff. I'm not talking. Yeah. And the water's coming. But he believed in a mystery spirit God. So he's praying, Lord, save me. I know you can do it, Lord. I know you can do it. Help me, spirit God. Right? They say a boat came by. They had dinghies and everything. Somebody threw the thing, hit the roof and everything. He had it. Said, no, I can't. I got to let the Lord save me. My Lord, the Spirit will come, and he will save me from this roof. The Spirit God. They pulled the dinghy back. And they went on and threw it to people who would catch the dinghy and had good sense to get in the boat. They saved other people. Right? Then a helicopter came through. You know, drop the ladder, grab the ladder, save yourself. And he was on the ladder, but he jumped back down. You know, I can't. Because I've been praying to the Lord, and I've been asking him to save me.
Right.
So if I get on the ladder, it'll be like he didn't save me. I can't get on there. They pulled the ladder back up. Take it easy. They went on to save other people. Water came up and killed the fool. Water came up, drowned him. He's floating dead in the water, man. We don't believe in the hereafter. But I'm going to give you an analogy of what would happen for real with them. Because we don't ascribe to this. But when he did get to the Spirit God, and said, well, because we don't exist, am I right? He said, well, I've been praying to you all this time for help. You never came to save me. He said, come on, man, you some kind of fool. I sent you a helicopter and a boat over there to get you, and you daggone fool. You got enough sense to get on the thing. You understand? See, because what else could the Spirit God say?
Right. Except
that. Because there is no Spirit God.
Right.
And if you are in a situation and you see that dinghy, gotcha. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Gotcha. All praise is due to Allah. You understand? And thank you for the strength and the wisdom to grab this thing and bring me up out of these conditions. Do you understand? If you see that ladder, jump on. Tell me, I'm climbing, but fly away. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because, well, I want to live. Right? It's like that in our physical life, too. Right or wrong? Things come our way that can kill us. It's not the water rising. Well, actually, it is water, but it's an evil water. Like, water represents wisdom. So sometimes it's an evil flood that's rising, you know, and it's about to drown us and take us away, you know. But the circle represents the wisdom of God. Y'all know that. 360 degrees of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's what represents God. Am I right? So, you know, if you have a chance to go to God or grab a hold of the truth, I think you ought to grab it. I think you ought to be one that's ready to grab that truth and come on. You see what I'm saying? If a ladder comes, which we describe as being on different levels of understanding with God, right? I don't care if you get on the background. Get on there because you got a chance to what? Come up. You see? So we got to be thinking. We have to be thinking because our people, we are in bad shape, y'all. We're in bad shape. We just had pumpkin pie and jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, I seen one with a crooked tooth for the candle in it. Just had that, right? Then we lived a lie at Plymouth Rock. Am I right or wrong? We lived a lie at Plymouth Rock about brotherhood amongst the red man and the white man and eating turkey. Right? Yes, sir. But we know the real history on that. Yes, sir. What happened after that dinner? Right? That was the dinner that I know the Indian, the red man, really wish never took place. Because he got the dirty end of the stick out of that one. You see? Now we're leaving away from that. These coochie chevalier. It's crime.
That's right.
Crime. I mean, foolish black man. How much? How long? Coochie chevalier. Right? Am I right or wrong? Am I right?
That's right.
See, now we're moving away from that. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Do you hear what I'm saying? And we into that now. When that's over, what? Now we headed to New Year's Eve. Right? People have set all kinds of poison up to party that night. They plan to have a party. I mean, a hell of a party. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? They plan to have a party. Allah already tried to put brakes on it. He burned the mama's house up. Because they be drunk on first day of January. They all drunk up and down Broad Street. Am I right? So they already tried to put brakes on this thing, but I want you to see how bad it is, what we up against as a people. You see? Then we have those of us who forget why we were raised. You can raise them, send them off to college, right? Come back with a whole nother perspective. Nothing like what you was teaching them or sending them off. You know what I mean? They come back with a whole nother thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Our people have been going through changes for a long time. Hoping and praying, you're working hard. You done took 4 jobs. You're working 4 jobs. You're like Cooley High. Get that belt. I'm going to beat you. You understand? Working 4 jobs. Right? Trying to make ends meet. Only to always have the devil with some kind of other spin or slant on it that will make what you're doing still not work. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Our people, we go through it, y'all. Nobody go through it like us. Nobody likes you except Allah, who came in the person of Master Brahma. You think you safe when it's Indian group? They got problems with you.
Oh, yeah.
They got problems with you. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
You think you safe with the Chinese group? They just say, come on in here, brother man. No. They're going to have problems. Everybody got problems with you. Right? This is why God had to come. Nobody wasn't going to help you. They hadn't helped you in 400 years. People come seeing you with big balls of cotton on your back. Right or wrong?
Right.
People seeing you getting whipped. You crying out there, the last pow, right? They see it. People seeing all that. You running behind the wagon like a dog. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir. They seen all this. Nobody helped you. Right? I know it wasn't no imams coming to help. I guarantee you wasn't no imams coming to help you no kind of way, no how. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Islam, as far as from the East, that was dead. Wasn't happening. And for those who like to pretend Islam never left and all that, it left.
Yes,
It left.
yes, sir.
It left. It turned from Kunta Kinte said, Toby.
Right.
You understand? It's left. And if they don't want to admit it, that's on them. But the truth of the matter is, Islam went out. The light of Islam went out. And except for the coming of Allah and the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, we would not have Islam today. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
We would not have it. You know, and they want to tell you, well, you know how they come in. Well, Noble Drew Ali was here before, Master Prophet Muhammad, and he was. And he taught the science of Islam. And the science of Islam is a good thing, because you learn like the science of it, the anatomy of it, all that. But the science of a thing is not the thing. You follow? I can teach you the science of bird watching. So you can see a speckled spotted owl with the club foot through the binoculars a mile off. Right? But you don't have that owl.
Right.
Do you understand? It's the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Coming through the teachings of our God, Allah, in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, that brought black people forward as a nation.
That's right.
And in the numbers that can be respected.
Yes, sir.
You understand? To say that is really Islam.
Yes, right.
And even, praise be Allah, even the Arabs, they admitted, they said that we didn't know there was Muslims in America until Elijah Muhammad. They admitted. Do you follow what I'm saying? They don't deny. The only person that deny that, James from 19th Street. Right or wrong?
Right.
James done got a Quran, Hadith, read a few pages. Somebody taught James how to grunt a little bit of Arabic. And James wants to tell you how you are or are not a Muslim. Right? And you looking at James, you remember James. Y'all was in the same places, doing the same things, right or wrong.
Right.
You know James. But now he's a scholar. See? He's a scholar. And he wants to tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yes, sir.
But the problem is, where his textbooks come from, is turmoil there. And they're killing one another, James. The books you're asking me to read are not helping the very people who have them and have had them all their lives. It's not helping them, James.
Right.
I need books that help me, that bring real relief. I mean, what would you feel like you got a migraine headache, tearing your head apart, right? Feel like little tin soldiers in your head. All of your head, and somebody bring you, right, some kind of aspirin. It don't do nothing. Now, this is what you need, man. This. You take it. Seems like it just made the soldiers do double time. Ha! You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't need that.
Right.
You need something that will heal you.
That's right.
Am I right or wrong? You need something that's going to work. And the only thing that has been proven to work for us as a people, black man here in America, is the teachings of Messenger Elijah. Nothing else has worked. You pick up those little books James got, man, you might end up in a bank with female clothes on and a machine gun. You understand what I'm saying? Am I right or wrong? You might end up with, I'll see all manner of crazy stuff happen. Am I right or wrong? No, I don't want that. I want legitimate things that work. Now, what did happen to the Nation of Islam is they were undermined. People that loved the devil, that had leprosy of the mind, I like to say, began working internally in the Nation of Islam, chipping away at it, until when we lost Messenger Elijah Muhammad, they was able to usurp what the nation had, its strength, its powers, and they felt as though when they did that, they felt cocky. You ever seen when you're in a fight and then all of a sudden you hook and they catch, and then you see yourself, you say, oh man, it's like that. You feel good about this. They got cocky, when they seen it. And they felt that, well, this Islam is here to stay. It ain't never going nowhere. The last thing they dreamed of, in their wildest dreams, is that you would be here today. That's the furthest thing from their mind. They couldn't see it, didn't anticipate it, that you would be here today, standing on the principle of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. They just figured we done such a thorough job, that nation is gone.
Right.
But what do you see all around the country? Believers.
Right.
And they're coming fast and they're coming hard. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Some of them may have I call it a jaundiced view of the teachings, but nevertheless, they still believing and they still coming forward the way the messenger wanted us to come forward. And as we continue to watch this go, it can only get better. Actually, if these foreigners had asked me, I would have warned them not to trust the devil. I would have warned them that he's the master of technology. And everything he does is a trick. Y'all realize they have trapped these foreign people into these businesses all around this country?
Yes, sir.
And the country is broke.
Yes, sir.
You done sold your soul to the devil for a pizza shop, and ain't nobody got $2 to get a slice.
Right.
And all your money is in that. Jewelry, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever. You done trapped these people in it.
Right.
Houses they thought they could afford with swimming pools a block long. Now, they foreclosing it. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? I would have warned them. Live the life of a poor man, brother. No matter how much you get, live the life of a poor man.
Right.
Messenger told us, be ready to liquidate what you have and to drop of a hat an instant, be able to move out. Live the life of a poor man, and you would have been better off. So what good is it for you? You understand what I'm saying? To be sitting up now in some kind of business, watching people walk up and down the street. I just went down Atlantic City, for the few days that the believers told me I could relax. And I walked after foreign business after foreign business. It was, in fact, it's so bad with foreigners. One store had All American. To let you know, you understand, this is an all American business. America. Because everything else, and they looking out at the ocean, and they looking out at the people, and everybody walking past the spots ain't got the money to buy that if they wanted it.
Right.
Down there hoping and praying something happened good for them. Do you understand? But it's like that, not just there, everywhere. Do you see what I'm saying? They caught up in things. They thought they was going to corner the wig market. Yeah, they going to corner the wig market, So they bought and invested in all these wigs and jewelry shops and got all that stuff in there now. People don't want that. They changed. They like braids, man. African braids. You understand? I'd have told them if they'd asked me, don't go out like that.
Right.
But you see, what did I know in their minds? I was just another little dumb nigga, you understand, with a phony guy, right? Because his guy was greater, you see. But now we looking at it. And now, where you came from thinking you was going to rape us and go back to your people, you can't go back. Somebody get ready to bust a gas gun this week. Somebody get ready to kill you at home where you came from. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Can't go back. You're stuck here. Keep your eyes on Messenger Elijah Muhammad. Make sure that everything you do is the way Messenger Elijah Muhammad wants you to do. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Don't take a mean price for your religion. Fight for your religion. It's worth fighting for. It's worth fighting for. They tried everything. They tried the great Hebrew thing on you. Let's be black Hebrew. Now we see that this Orthodox Arab thing ain't gonna work. Let's try some black Hebrew thing on them. See if we can get them with that. So they pushed that. And a lot of people did go with that. You know what I'm saying? Until they realize one thing, what? It ain't right. It ain't right. Believers, we got the best. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
We got the best. Whether or not we learn to appreciate it is another thing. But we got the best. And when you see them, know that you are their parent.
That's right.
When you see, like, Orthodox Muslims, a lot of our people go with a humble posture to them. Don't go with no humble posture to them. You're their parents. They wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for moves that was made in your nation. You go to them superior.
That's right.
You know, you go to them and you what? You know, you look at them, you say, you're making highs, man. Yeah. How much that cost? Which way you going? You can't go, you know you can't go through the way they used to go because they shot like 150 Shiites that last year going that way. So, you know, maybe you can go around another way in there and get in. See, you understand? Be superior. Don't come to them like, Lordy, 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 I am so lucky, Orthodox and Muslim, that you have mercy on me and respect me as a Muslim.
Right.
Don't go with that attitude. You go look right at the poor baby. You know what I'm saying? Just look at that poor baby. What, you gonna die in your bed, brother? You know what I'm saying? You understand? You gonna go with the red stuff? You know, because why? What you have worked.
Right.
What they have isn't working.
Right.
You got a few at the top that's making out like bandits and that, but the masses lost. Right or wrong?
Right.
Lost. You're right. You're right, believer. You're right. We got to learn to protect our young, and we got to learn to protect our old. They are the two that need us. The Quran says the orphan or the minor, if you will, and the older believer. You gotta take care of them. You gotta look out for them. You know what I'm saying? The time comes. See, remember, you are twice a baby. You know that. Y'all do realize that. You are twice a baby. When you are born, you can't help yourself. Somebody got to take care of you. And when you get up in years, you can't help yourself. And somebody got to take care of you. You're twice like a child. You see? So we have to be looking out for them. If we don't show them the level of respect that they need, Allah is on us. I mean, you know, Allah, He sees, He hears, He knows enough of the messenger teachers. He walks, He rides, He flies, He sees, He hears, He knows. We have to be smart about this. If you want your blessing, and believe me, it's there. It's there. We've been held back long as they can hold us back. Because truth crushed to the earth will always rise again. We've been held back as long as they can do it. They can't do it any longer. We just have to have the ability to hold on until our changes come. Right. And they are coming right now. Because why? You know one of the reasons I really like Muhammad's Temple Hill, Jefferson Street? We didn't turn into whores. We didn't prostitute ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't prostitute ourselves. You understand? I would rather, me personally, rather than to be a whore, I would rather just clean up the old shirt and pants I got. You know? Really, I'm just giving it to you raw, put an iron on them or something and come on out and be respectful. Rather than to come out, play and everything, blame, but you understand? But I'm prostituting myself.
Right.
I'm talking about spiritually now. You understand? I'm talking spiritually. I don't want to do that. You found? Listen, you don't have to give me nothing. Allah is sufficient. We'll figure something out.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
Right? We started off, y'all, bending nails to get boards together.
Right.
Think about it up and around here. We didn't have enough to get the box nails. Bending nails to seal up the joint. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now Allah has blessed us to be able to get things much easier. Right? Much easier. So why should I prostitute myself?
Right.
I've seen some temples, if you go to their places, they have pictures of people they've been whoring with up on the walls. You know what I mean? Like Big Daddy, Mac Daddy picture up in that temple. You understand what I'm saying? Looking up to the person that be using them, buying them, paying them, and speak highly of the people. Big Daddy, you know what I mean? Big Daddy, Big Daddy, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I want to give credit and respect to Big Daddy. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm so happy Big Daddy is with us. You see more of that than you do the messenger. Messenger's in the back seat up in there, Big Daddy all up in the place. Do you see what I'm saying? Y'all seen temples like that. Y'all seen it. Different people have different Big Daddies they thing with. But y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. Here, we're blessed. It may not be how can I say, the fanciest temple on the planet Earth. It may not be what they call a cat's meow and all that, right? But the one thing it is this Lord. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's pure. Praise God. And the only Big Daddy picture you will find up in here will be Master Prophet Muhammad, Almighty God Allah, and Messenger Elijah Muhammad. Don't be looking for this group, that group, this Big Daddy, that and that. No Big Daddy Kings up in here. It's straight going out like that. We looking at this for real. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Sacrifice. Isn't that what the messenger said?
Yes, sir.
Sacrifice. Because when you sacrifice, you get further. You get further. And if you have a good name, you know, Brother Captain will tell you, I'm going down. Money is something, brother. When you, in fact, I shared it with you, brother. Money is something. When you are put in charge of money, you have to have an impeccable character about yourself to see to it that whatever monies come to that religion get used for that religion. And I know a lot of stuff happened around here. And I know many members say, well, I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't see that going down. You know. But the bottom line is what? Got to be impeccable with it. You know, so that when the day of want comes, you know, bring it out. You do it. You see? And gradually, we get closer and closer to a heavenly state of being. Can you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
gradually. So we jump one hurdle. We're ready to look at something else now. Do something else. So I would rather build golden doorknobs on your hearts and your minds as a minister. I would rather invest in you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would rather take whatever we get of substance and put it you to see to it that, praise God, that you as a believer can excel and become great. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you become great, what? We become great. And this is how it's done. A lot of people have it backwards. You know, some people can't wait. You know, they see that stranger in that black sedan pull up, bring big flashy ring, you know, look in there and say, oh my God, oh wow, they got everything in there. You know what I'm saying? Want to ride? Get all principles and jump in, right?
Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying? Spiritually, we see the same thing. You know, legitimate temple, struggle is ordained, fighting to make it, right? All of a sudden, that limo pull up. Want to ride? Jump right in there. Before you know it, temple's gone. Something else altogether. Right or wrong?
Right.
Y'all know for the fight?
Yes, sir.
Fight, O ye Muslims. Fight for your own. Am I right or wrong?
You're right, sir.
You got to be willing to do it. It's not easy. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. If it comes easy, you probably won't appreciate it. Right? It's worth fighting for. Because your life take a turn for the worse or something. Don't give up. That should make you fight hard.
Yes,
No, me look. Yeah, that's right. You got it. I was drunk down there. Yeah, it was me. You understand? I slipped. I confess my faults. You understand?
Yeah, that's right.
But I'll tell you one thing. There is no God but Allah.
Right.
And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is the last and greatest messenger. And I'll tell you something. They'll bring me out of this. You know what I mean? They'll bring me out of hell. You got to believe it. And if you believe it in your heart, look, can't nobody stop you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody stop you. Am I right or wrong? You know, you got to believe it in your heart. You confess it. Don't try to hide it. Don't,
Right.
Yeah. You know what? I wasn't going to bring it up. But that's right. That's right. It was me. You see? Understand? I was trying to just let things take a natural course and just come on home and do. Yeah, it was me. You understand? See? But I tell you what. See? And then the person that's at you,
Yes, sir.
they become suspect.
Yes,
Am I right?
You're right, sir.
The person that's at you, they become suspect because now you wonder why. Here's a believer trying to get back home.
Right.
What's this all about? Y'all follow where I'm at? We're in trying times. Don't let nothing take away your blessing. That's your blessing. It belongs to you. You're not here for Brother Minister Mutaquan, right? You're not here for Brother Captain, Sister Captain, Sister Secretary. You're not here. You are here for your salvation. You are here for Allah and His message. And this is what we have to always be sure that we clearly understand. Because once you're clear with that, can't nobody rip you off for your blessing.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, don't have, because see, if you start lying, that make it worse.
Yes.
Admit it. Just admit it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Y'all know how to get with it. Yeah, that's right. And get louder than them.
Right.
In the presence of the angels, as we say, the righteous. Get louder than them. Yeah. What we talking about? You understand? See, you talking about me? Yeah. Do you see? Get louder.
That's right.
You know, because the law is what? Rahim.
Yes,
right? He's mercy.
Yes,
right? Off returning to mercy. Is that how the Quran is written?
Yes, that's right.
And you know that He's able what? To forgive you for whatever.
Right.
You know that.
Yes,
So, you tell the man, look, you better get the praying. Right? Creeping around here, backbiting different things, right? You better get the praying. You see what y'all see where I'm at?
Yes,
Because why? If we're going to have a strong house, we got to deal with strong medicine. Am I right?
Yes,
If we're going to have a strong house, we got to confess our faults, know that you can make a mistake, know that you can be forgiven, know that the messenger, he's seen it fit to forgive people, right? Why wouldn't you see it fit to forgive people? Right or wrong? We have to be looking at this stuff because the hour we're in is too crucial. And the very person that you trying to put out your friend, very person, be the person who what? Yeah. You just get ready to go on your last day. You ready to give up the feeling of joy. He grabbed, hold it, breathe, man. Just everyone breathe. You looking up, yeah, it's me. That's right. Yeah. You're same guy. I got you. Right? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Love one another. Right? Strong medicine, loving one another. Strong. Hard for some people to do. Love one another. Show them that you care. Let them know that you care. See? Hard for some people. Some people can't do it. But you got to let the believer know, I'm there for you. I'm in place for you. I'll fight for you. I got love for you. You know what I mean? I want to see you win. I'm willing to struggle. Whatever it takes to make you successful, I'm with it. You got to have that position. You see? Temple service in many temples, I'm sure it don't go like this. I'm sure when you get into a lot of different temples, you will hear people, they're quoting scripture and they're reading. But you know what I know? That's the advantage of being around when the messenger was here. And I appreciate it so much. Because this is exactly how temple service goes. You don't just do quotes. You know what I mean? You have to appeal to the heart and the very nature of the believer. And it sounds very real out. And this is how we're successful. Remember this. If one of us believes, we've already defeated the devil.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Y'all hear what I'm saying?
Yes,
if
sir.
one of us believes, the devil is already beaten. And I know we all believe. The devil don't have a chance around here. That's why do you think you have such a tough time? The devil already know. Ain't no sense in even going in that direction. They're not going to help me. They're not with it. I waste my time over there with Elijah Muhammad's people. They ain't going to do nothing I want them to do. We got a problem with that. What we need to do is put our money over with Cookie Jagalee or something. Right? Maybe we ought to get Christmas stockings and give them out. That'll work for us. We can blind them with that. But when it comes to that Elijah Muhammad's followers, ain't nothing going to work over there. Let's go in another direction. And we're going to keep the devil going in another direction. Because we don't need him in our lives. Am I right or wrong? If you work for the devil, get that money. You know what I'm saying? If you work for the devil, get that money. That's why you're there. I don't want you falling in love with the devil or nothing. Get that money. When he starts talking about this, that, and what, you got all? Did you get my whole time slip in? Do you understand? You're there for that money. You understand? You're not there to love him, sweetheart with him, let him. You know what I mean? You're there for that cash. You know? Yes, sir. I think you are a interesting fellow. Like, do you think I'm a nice guy? Yeah, I think you're a very interesting fellow. You sure you got all my hours on the slip? Do you understand? Don't get into it with him. Don't get into it with him, because the bottom line is he don't have your best interest at heart. You hear me? And the less he know about you, the better off you will be. This is why when the messenger was here, a lot of our sisters, you know, they didn't wear MGT uniforms every day. People want you to think that they wore that every day. They covered and dressed modestly every day. Do you understand? When they came for service, they wore MGT uniforms. You understand? When they came out for events, they wore MGT uniforms. But what they did not do is dress like a lost found out there. They was modest. Hair still covered. You understand what I mean? Everything respectable, because this is what you got to do. You see? But now, some people, you ever heard the saying, hindsight is 20/20? Anybody familiar with that term? Like, after everything is finished, and you're dealing with the after part of a thing, you know everything about what happened. Can y'all follow what I'm at? Yeah, you know everything about what happened, what should be and don't be in that, because you're looking at it after the fact. You see? But the reality of it is, the blessing is going to be in understanding how the messenger wanted it done. And remember this, those services wasn't just run by the ministers. The messenger listened to those services. They would send him copies of those services, you know, and he listened. Sometimes you hear him make comments on some of the tapes we had. Well, what's happening in that city, brother, with you? I heard such thing. You understand? He listened to those things. We as believers, y'all do want to see the Nation of Islam rise. Am I right? Am I right in my thinking? Y'all do want to see us go over the top. Am I right? In order to do that, it's going to take 100% belief. You hear me? You got to believe that Allah will take you where you want to go. It's going to take that. And you'll find yourself looking back laughing later in life. Man, I don't believe I'm here. You know, sometimes it can scare you. Success can scare you. Did you know that? You can look around and say, wow, wow. Me? You know what I'm saying? All this happening to me? For me? It can scare you. Am I right or wrong? Well, I say this to you. If you want to be blessed, and you believe that the Nation of Islam should be blessed, give it 100%. Can y'all do that? Just give it 100%. You know, come out, support the temple. You see the temple's doing something, support what the temple does. If other temples that you know are in line with the messenger's teachings, you know, help them. You know, you see other temples that's doing things, you know, because you got all kinds of crazy people out here now hollering Elijah Muhammad. You know, y'all know that. You got all kinds of crazy people out here. Elijah Muhammad, that. And some people really think they're Allah, you know, themselves, not like the messenger teach that we all Allah, not like that. I'm not talking about like the messenger teaches we all Allah. They think they the bomb, them. That's it. All other guys fall in. You understand? It's me. They feel like that. You know and I both know the way Messenger Elijah Muhammad gave it to us is the right way. Everybody agree?
Yes, sir.
Don't substitute it. Don't substitute it. You know, they used to have a commercial where they say it's the same thing, it's not sweet and low, it's the same thing. You understand? Don't take substitutes. Go for the pure teachings. Keep it as pure as you possibly can. Y'all follow? Keep it as pure as you possibly can. I don't doubt you'll drift off and things like that. But once you realize an impurity, my advice to you is get back to the purest form that you can get to. Everybody clear? Okay. Praise God. I hope everybody enjoyed the lecture, and I'm going to bring my lecture to a close. Praise God. Like I say, just keep coming out. Keep learning, because we never know it all. You have to keep coming back, learning more and more. There's always something that'll come new that you didn't hear before. I mean, we all grow. I find it all the time. I'm studying. I say, whoa, how did I miss that before? Do you see? So we all have to grow.